My husband and I are very different, and I'm starting to notice some of his deeply rooted bad traits. My husband, 34M, and I, 31F, have been married for 5 years, together for 6. We only dated for about 8 months before getting engaged and were married 3 months later. I won't get into the details, but we had to speed up the process due to my immigration status. So here we are 5 years later, and generally happy. We own 4 properties, have lived in 3 different cities. We had our first child a year and a half ago and are pregnant with number 2 and have a giant dog. We have settled down in a 4-bedroom house with a big backyard and both work from home and make great money. Together we make about $425,000 a year. Here's the thing. I think we've built a strong foundation for our future and I do like our life together, but I've noticed especially over the last year or two that we are very different in a lot of ways. For example, I'm very particular about grocery shopping, how the laundry should be done, things around the house, and for that reason, I've taken it on myself to be the sole person in charge of household duties. I do 95% of the grocery shopping, cooking, cleaning, etc. I also am the household admin. I pay all 4 of our mortgages, manage our renters, manage all utility bills, book doctor's appointments, vet appointments, plan and book vacations, send birthday cards, etc., etc. My husband does make more money than me and does more big picture things. For example, he was the one who worked with the banks to finance our properties and did the math to make sure they were good investments. He also mows the lawn, does do some chores like vacuuming and mopping and dishes when I ask or when we have company coming over, but generally he likes to chill and could just relax and watch a movie, whereas I am more concerned about what needs to be done next. I've noticed that he has inherited some poor traits from his family. For example, his mom has pretty severe ADHD and will start a project and go all out on it, spend hundreds of dollars, and then it will piddle away to a pile of junk because the next shiny object came up. For example, her garden. She went all out on her garden. I'm talking like homestead status. Months later, half of it was ruined due to neglect and lack of care and maintenance that a garden requires. Well, my husband did the same thing this year. He built us some great garden beds and we spent hundreds of dollars on our plants. But in the end, it's become very overgrown and I've had to throw much of it away because it wasn't taken care of. I've since taken on the responsibility of the garden and it's doing better, but it annoys me how he just throws all this money at things and then doesn't see them through. Then it becomes my problem. Another trait he's inherited is a bit of laziness. I'm in charge of taking out the garbage at our house. No one agreed to this, but if I don't do it, it won't get done. I was gone for 2 weeks and missed 2 garbage days, and my husband didn't even bother to take the trash to the curb. So when I opened it, I was swarmed by flies, and you wouldn't believe the foul odor that came at me. I got onto him about this, and he called me crazy and told me to calm down. I'm so upset that he couldn't see how disgusting and lazy that was of him. The last example I'll give is our dog. We had a wonderful Great Pyrenees, and when she was becoming a senior, he decided it would be a good idea to get a GP puppy for Christmas so that our senior dog could have a friend in her old age. Okay, fair. But we needed another dog like we needed a hole in the head. He did not ask me. He just showed up with him one day. Our senior dog has since passed, and our other one is almost 4. He's definitely way more of a handful than the first, and my husband of course loves our dog, but doesn't bother to pick up the crap from the backyard, brush him, train him, etc. Nope. Guess whose responsibility the dog has become? I'm resentful because I spend so much time cleaning up after our dog and paying for vet visits, doggy day care, etc. for a dog that, yes, I love very much, but didn't want or need in the first place. The biggest issue is that when I tell him, I did this, or can you do this since I did that, he claims I'm just keeping score and nobody likes a scorekeeper, and if I keep it up, I'll see how fun this marriage will be. So I get no recognition for what I do, and it's all because he makes more money than me, so he has a right to act that way, and I have no right to say what I've accomplished because it's just me keeping score. I make $150,000 a year and do everything I've shared on this post. I think I'm entitled to a little nagging every now and then. The list goes on, and I don't want to sit here and make it sound like I hate my husband and that he's a lazy POS. He has some amazing qualities too. He's a fantastic dad, driven as hell at work, generous as can be, and extremely smart. but I guess I'm just looking for some advice to deal with a spouse who doesn't live up to your standards for everything.